A boy accused of helping his father kill his 14-year-old stepbrother, beating him to death behind a high school in Louisville. This is Joshua Young. He's 17 now. He was 15 at the time, and he is charged with complicity to murder and complicity to tampering with evidence. The possible sentence he now faces: life in prison. Opening statement is expected to start today. At first, his father, Joshua Gaukert, told police his son killed Trey Zwicker with a baseball bat. Then he changed his story and said he acted alone. He pled guilty to Zwicker's murder and was sentenced to life in prison. He said he killed in revenge.
Well, his mother aborted my kid, and I tried to let it go, and I couldn't. I didn't think it would be honest like this. I didn't think that, it's one murder. It's not like it was a whole bunch of murders. I never thought it would be, people would be this persistent with it. Look, Amanda killed my kid. That's just crazy. She knows who I am. We're even.
That is chilling. Joining me now to talk about this, back again, defense attorney Midwin Charles and trial attorney Heather Hansen. The defense, Heather, and Joshua Young's family members say that Gaukert led his son astray. What kind of impact could that have on the jury?
It should have a huge impact. I mean, this was a kid who was spending time with his foster parents and doing very well. And then when he got back with his father, he stopped going to school, he started doing drugs. And, the only evidence, John, I have a tough time with this case because the only evidence against him that we've heard thus far is the father's words. And you've heard, although chilling, the father's words have differed over and over again as to how this murder happened until he ultimately confessed. This case is just a travesty.
So, Midwin, if you are the defense in this case, what do you do to separate this son from this father?
Well, what I would do is focus on the son and build him up as a person and humanize him and get the jury to understand what kind of person is this young man, and focus on his age as well. I mean, he's a young person, and I think that juries oftentimes feel sympathetic when they're looking at a defendant who is really, really young. I mean, that really is the way to do that. I mean, just watching that tape, I found it to be shocking for this man to say he doesn't understand why people are so persistent with respect to a murder. I mean, that is shocking. And I think for the jury to understand what they're dealing with, I think is the best way to try this case as a defense attorney.
It was chilling to hear the father talk like that. As we said, really dramatic, strange words there. Let me throw up a picture of Joshua Young here. He's 17 years old right now. He was 15 when the murder was committed. His appearance, he does seem so incredibly young. That is what the jury will be looking at, a very young man. But how much of the father will they see in the trial? How much of that other image, Heather, is likely to get into their heads?
Well, and that's what the prosecution's going to have to do. There was a suppression hearing to keep out some of the statements of Josh Young, and it'll be interesting to see what those statements were. Because if Josh Young has admitted to having some interaction, some participation in this crime, it's going to have a big impact. I think the father is going to play a huge role in this case, John, not only from the defense side saying that he made the son do it, but the prosecution side saying he's his father's son. And unfortunately, that may sway the jury.
All right. Midwin Charles, Heather Hansen, stick around. We'll come back to you in a little bit. A lot else to talk about.